Good morning. Welcome to Friday Morning Live. We're just checking for sound. I've just realised that I haven't even made myself a coffee yet. I can't believe it. Somebody came in and interrupted my flow, and I forgot to make the coffee. So I'm now gagging for a coffee.
To Friday Morning
Yep,
Live.
we've got sound. So yes, welcome to our very, very echoey shop. We had big plans during the beginning of the week to do our first live from the Malt House. And I think yesterday I was feeling so sort of worn out really with moving things and sorting things in the shop. I said to Ginger, I'm just not feeling it. Let's just stick with what we know. Let's just go to the shop and we can show people how empty it is and bring you up to speed with what's been going on. We're getting there slowly, 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 very slowly. You keep thinking you've made a massive inroad into it, and then you open a cupboard. Oh, and the detritus that a shop collects over a sort of a 6-9 year period is quite something. So yes, my van goes home full every day, and then I have to try and integrate it into the house. It's a good job that I did a massive load of sorting at home before starting to empty the shop. So we'll just quickly tell you a few bits and pieces. I have got some fantastic news, which we've been waiting for forever, it feels like. But Frenchic have now delivered the new colour charts. I'll quickly show you. So we have the colour collection, which is all 150 of the wall paints. And on the back is all sorts of useful information about how to use it and colours and all that sort of thing. And they are £1.95 each, and they are absolutely fantastic. There's a colour collection chart. And in addition to that, we have got the creative collection, which are all the colours from the original range, that's the Artisan range, the Alfresco range, and the Lazy range. And these are £1.45. And again, on the back, it tells you all about the paint and hints and tips. So that's going to be £1.45. Now, obviously, we don't have the shop here anymore open to the public, but these are now on sale at Make and Mend, which is in Wotton-under-edge, halfway down on the other side of the road from our shop. And they're open every day except Wednesdays and Sundays. They now stock every single Frenchic product, and they are fully up to speed, and they are ready and waiting for customers who are after the Frenchic paint. So do give them a call. If you need to find out any sort of technical information, or if you want some help with colours, that sort of thing, then do get in touch with me. We'll also have these on sale at the Malt House in Stroud. We opened our second concession there on the first floor a couple of weeks ago, and I'm happy to say it's going well. As soon as the shop is actually gone, which will be on the 31st of this month, I will feel like a liberated free woman, and I will be able to go to the Malt House at least twice a week. And what I'm thinking of doing is to announce that I'll be going up there, I don't know, one day a week, one morning a week, who knows, and just saying that I'll be on our paint cabinet on the first floor, so that if anybody wants any help with paint information or choosing colours, then I will be there and I will be able to give that assistance and you know, just guide people in the right direction. So that's on the plans. So meanwhile, back here, we've got some items just remaining in the shop. I'm waiting for a bit of space to open up the Malt House so that I can move the bigger items of furniture up there. If that doesn't happen, then I'll be climbing over them in my hallway, my dining room, my utility room, the garage, and probably even the bedroom, just until space does open up and we can get them sold. But I'm intending to be here tomorrow morning from 10 until at least 1 o'clock. I will open the doors, and the stuff that's here, well, I'll walk around in a minute and I'll show you, and people can come in and make me offers. And I've done some big price reductions on the last remaining items, because if I can avoid carrying it twice, trust me, I'll be wanting to do it. And also to mention as well, my esteemed friend Guy, who lives just down the road from here, he's actually one of the key holders for the shop for emergencies. He's a geek when it comes to solar power. He knows absolutely everything there is to know about solar power. And for the last 2 mornings, on a Saturday from 9 until 1, he's just sat on a table in the lower room, opened the doors, and people have been able to come in and ask any questions you like to do with solar power. And he's just here to answer questions and just guide you again on anything you might need to know regarding that. And he's a really nice guy, actually. So if you do want to know anything about solar energy, he'll be doing his clinic here tomorrow morning from 9 until 1, and most probably next Saturday as well, which is great because it means I've got a bit of company whilst I'm continuing to sort cupboards and do. So is there anything else I need to mention, Ginge? A couple of things, practical sort of things from the kitchen. Obviously we have to clear the kitchen as well. I've been clearing cupboards. There's lots of things to go to Oxfam. We have a really perfectly wonderful microwave. Does exactly what it says on the tin. It's all clean and tidy. That's going to be up for sale. It's £15. I'll show you that in a minute. And we've got a fridge which arrived slightly dented. We weren't ever that fussed about it, but the front door's got a slight dent in it, and I suspect it's got a few paint splats on it from working in the kitchen over the period of time that we've been here. But it's a really good fridge, and it's very, very cold. So if somebody wanted it as a beer fridge, have it in their garage, that's 15 quid as well. And if it's local, I don't mind delivering. So if you're after a fridge or a microwave, do please come and get mine. I can vouch for them. They're all perfectly good and in good working order. Right. I think we just need to turn the camera around, Ginge, and just have a wander and show people how empty we are now. I did a big fat fail this morning. I forgot to bring the hand-hold thing. Is there?
That's okay. God. Oh, God.
Technical. So yes, my bag with all my important stuff, I've left at home, which is so annoying. It means I'll probably have to go home and fetch it, which is annoying. But anyway, yes, speaking of said microwave, here it is. It's all clean and tidy, works perfectly well. 15 quid if somebody wants that. And then we've got pictures here. This one, which is an original artist. Who doesn't love a pig? And I think this is really lovely. I love its eye. It was on for 185. It's now reduced to 135. All these sorts of pictures, these can all be half price, half price, half price. This chair is only on for £34.95 and it's absolutely super, but it could be £30. This table, I painted the top gold. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I've painted the top gold. And I'm imagining this now in a hallway or something, or in the middle of a room, with a big display of beautiful white orchids. It's quite a Chinesey sort of style, red, black and gold, very, very solid. And this has gone on for 235, but I'll let it go for 120. Somebody wants it. Really, really nice little table. So can't say fairer than that. This is going off to another Frenchic Stockist shortly. And then this room. So let's start with these. This little table, this little solid painted table, it was originally 165. We reduced it to 85, and now it's £40. 40 bloody pounds. 40 pounds. Great solid little table painted with the alfresco Olivia. Definitely worth coming and having a look at that. We've got the OK hand here. It was £14.95. It could be a tenner. We've got these stag hooks. I always like these with the brass screw in it there. Those are £10.95. They could be 10 quid each. The clock here, it was on originally for £2.49. I've reduced it to £1.65. £65. £65. I mean, that is an absolute bargain. It works. It's battery operated. You could repaint it if you wanted to, but I quite like its shabby chic appearance. £65. It's a steal. And does anybody need something like this to go over their fireplace? If you've got a sort of a chimney breast with just a square hole where you can put a fire, and you just want that to sort of replicate a bit of a fireplace surround, or if you want it as shelves over your doorway or just on a wall, those were on for 160. They've been reduced to 88. I'll let them go for £60. So we're making some really big savings. These are going up to the malt house, so I'm not reducing those. This bloody wardrobe, as it's become affectionately known, was on for 250. I've reduced it to 150. You can have it for 100. just need it to be gone. Lovely bespoke little oak table here. This is such a pretty little table. It'd make a lovely little kitchen table. Solid oak. It was on for 150. I can let that one go for 100. This half moon demi-lume table, which is nice and deep actually. So if you wanted to display a lamp and some photograph frames and a vase of flowers and some peanuts or canapes or something, you could. Originally on for 175, reduced to 95. It's now £75. This one was on for 75, reduced to 69.95, £35. £35. This little table, 42, it's now on for 39.95. Not a huge saving in that because I put it on very cheaply to start with.
LP is saying good morning, all. Wow, the shop looks
Empty.
Massive.
It does, and it sounds like a big auditorium. It's weird. Anybody want this board to have outside?
Good morning, team and Paddy.
Morning, my lovelies. £10 for the blackboard. Anybody want it? I painted it originally ages ago with Frenchic and then browning waxed it. But it's a useful little board if somebody wants that. 10 quid. This little table was on for 30 quid. It's 10 quid now. It needs a sanding on the top, but it could be made absolutely beautiful. This selection of things which I use to show people the different type of waxes for the Frenchic. I'm selling all those mouldings. I've got them on for £45. Somebody can have them for 40 quid. They just look really, really nice, actually, just pinned onto a wall, just as bits of objet d'art. They can look really super. And whilst we're talking about Frenchic waxes, let's just run you through this. That's unpainted, unwaxed, just as it comes.
Mark Nesden is saying good morning from Spain.
Morning, Mark. Oh, lucky you in Spain. Oh, I wish I was there. That's just painted white. Then I've used defining wax just over the white, which gives it a lovely sort of grey effect. I absolutely love that finish. That's the defining wax. Then I've used browning wax only on this one, which gives it a much dirtier sort of antique-y sort of look. Or you can combine the two waxes, the browning and the defining, to get this sort of look, which is a really nice, happy balance between the two. And then this was a piece of moulding that I painted using a very, very dark, almost a black charcoal sort of colour. And I used the white wax, the Frenchic white wax over the top, which gives it a lovely, chalky, slightly ethereal finish. So I used to use those to show people what the waxes look like, but they're surplus to requirements now. And if somebody wants them as nice pieces of objet d'art to go on their wall, they can have the whole lot for 40 quid. I'm not producing this yet, and I'm not producing this yet, because I've only just put them on. I think they're both gorgeous. And you can see those two on the eBay. On our eBay page, yes, and they're also on my Insta and Facebook page as well, and they will be going up to the mould house just as soon as the space opens up. I've got various pictures here, some really quite nice pictures. When you look sort of closely at the detail, they're really lovely. That was on for 45, all nicely framed. Those can be half price. Anybody want some corks to make some cork notice boards? And does anybody want a really tall vase for some exceptionally large flowers, or maybe even to use it as an umbrella stand? That's on for £45. I can do that for half price. This little Formica genuine 50s, 60s kitchen table and the two Urkel style chairs, that's on for 150. That's really good value already at 150, but I can do it for 130. It's not a lot off, but that's an exceptionally good value for what it is. Actually, Guy's been using that as his test. So if I sell it now, I'll have nowhere to sit, but anyway, that's beside the point. This was on for £295 originally, all beautifully painted by our very own Nick. And we've got that on for £162.95. We'll do it for £150 now. Mirrors here. This garden mirror reminds me of Sleeping Beauty for some reason. It's been reduced a couple of times already. I've got it down to £70 now. So, you know, if you want something nice to put on the garden. Are you following me around, Paddy Padster? Are you, darling? You're taking it all in. It's all a bit weird, isn't it, here today? Garden mirror here, that's been reduced to 95. Let's do it for 85. That's cheap as chips. All these sorts of things, these mouldings, they're all half price. Half price, half price. These baskets, I'll do these for £10 each. And that one's actually got a load of essential oils in them, which I've reduced to £2 each. If somebody comes and buys this basket, they can have the essential oils as well. I'm just fed up of moving them around. This sort of china and crockery, again, I can do big discounts off that. This Victorian set of jugs, which I love the colours on these. These look lovely with dried flowers and things in them. Those were on for £58.95 for the 3. I can do those for £30 for the 3. So you get the drift. There's plenty of stuff here. I've got walking sticks. These were originally £28.95 each. Those can be £10 each now. They've got a nice feel to them actually. They just fit nicely in your hand. This, which I think is super, horseshoe coat rack, is on for £89.95. I can do that for £60. That's really good quality. That's a really super thing. And it comes with the countersunk screws and collars on the back as well. So it's a really good deal. I did spot something else. What did I spot? These tables here, this little table here, which would be a great upcycling project, that can be 10 quid. This one has been painted. It was originally on for 180. It was reduced to 95. I can do that for 60. The idea is I really, really, really don't want to have to take things away with me if I can help it. I don't want to move things twice. Anybody want some eggs? We're coming up to Easter. There are a couple of onyx eggs in there, which were £3.95 each. And we've got some other type of eggs. I don't know what they're made from. Some of them are wood, some are painted. I think that might even be made from stones, hard to say. It's very nice, feels very tactile. So, I don't know, 10 quid for the lot? I feel like an auctioneer. 10 quid for the lot, it's here to be sold, it's here to be sold. Make no mistake, it's here to be sold. So, that's pretty much it. It's getting there. It is getting there. I've got stuff that's going round to the Oxfam shop, I've got stuff for the tip, but it's all the little bits, all the detritus that take so long to sort out, and sorting out card reading machines and sending them back and the Wi-Fi and anyway, we're holding it together somehow.
You are holding it together, well done.
We really are, aren't we, Paddy? And I remembered the tin of dog biscuits which I took home with me yesterday because I knew you were coming up, and I bloody left the computer and the stand and my cash book and everything else I need at home because I'm in Egypt. But you've got your treats, so that's all right. So we'll be here. Next Friday would be our last Friday if we do a live in the shop, but we may end up doing one from the malt house next Friday. You'll have to forgive us for being so sort of flimsy-flamsy at the moment. It's every day is kind of what's the crisis today, and once the 31st is over and this has all gone, I will be able to sit down quietly and formulate a plan, a cunning plan. So thanks for being there, and as I say, open tomorrow from 10 till at least 1 o'clock. You know, there's not an awful lot here, but there's some really, really good bargains to be had. So do come and say hello. And that's it, folks.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking, commenting. Join us on our eBay and our YouTube. You can find all the links on our website, which is sleepysfancyfurniture.co.uk. And yeah, try and keep Fiona alive. Which is what we'd all enjoy.
I'm hanging by a thread currently.
Cool.
Anyway, lots of love, everybody. Have a great week.
Ciao.
Bye.